Welcome back, everyone. Next up, we have Majic Wheels Corp. It trades on the OTC Pink sheets under the symbol MJWL and intends to position itself as a player in the disruptive industries of fintech and software development by means of acquisitions and mergers. Please welcome its CEO, David Chong. Welcome, David.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Very glad to be here to share with you the story of Majic Corp or Majic Wheels. Majic is a Delaware company, our symbol MJWL, and we have completed our first merger and acquisitions in the month of July 2021. Okay, and this is our customary cautionary note, safe harbor statement. Okay. The first acquisition we had was Kelvin Global Exchange, Cgcx. Now, the mission for Cgcx is to be a global leader in digital asset exchange with a focus in financial benefits and safety for all the stakeholders, and to provide the end users accessibility to an insured crypto wallet to achieve financial growth and sustainability. That is our vision. Our values are consisting of safety and security, trust, and sustainability. Now, we are the world's first fully insured hybrid crypto assets platform, and founded by a team of the financial and technology experts with proven track record. We do digital asset custody, crypto coin trading, and an OTC desk. And our platform is based on secure and robust infrastructure, 7 layers of architecture. And so what we have within the Cgcx ecosystem, we have the iChain, CFD module, and a mining farm. Here we show you our roadmap, our geographical presence, leadership, and business lines, and also our projections, revenues, as well as our outlook for this presentation. A little bit on the background. Cgcx was formed in Q1 of 2018. And then in the Q2 of 2018, our exchange operations went live. This is the crypto assets trading exchange. And on Q3 of 2018, Cgcx token was listed. Q4 of 2018, the blockchain-based bank agreement was signed. And in 2019, we were selected as the third-party payment processor for real estate trades in crypto for Emir, which is a Middle East real estate company in UAE. In Q3, our version 2 of the exchange went live. And in 2020, we started our initiative for India and also the Cgcx estate. In 2021, we listed our first BTC denominated fund called BGPF, the digital token. And also we launched our Cgcx custody And in the Q3 of 2021, which was in July, we completed this RTO, or reverse takeover, or reverse merger with Majic Wheels. So that's how we came public. In the fourth Q of 2021, we launched a Cgcx iChain, a decentralized blockchain, and we also launched IBG tokens custody service. 45 million tokens of IBG were taken in, and we started our pilot test launch for the mining. That is for Q4. And we also had participated in the HT Wainwright Global Investment Conference in September. And in September, we also had participated in the United Nations Public Foundation Partnership Blockchain for Good initiative. This has been our ongoing initiative with the Public Foundation. And in Q4, we took the step to acquire India crypto exchange, a sizable one. We are in the process of the completion. And in Q4, we also announced blockchain insurance acquisitions, which were already most of the people are aware. It's a Bamboo healthcare system. It's in the India exchange. The name of the exchange is Pcex. And in Q4, we also started our PCAOB audit in preparation for the next step of the corporate development for Majic Wheels. Our plan for 2022 to do a listing on NASDAQ, either through uplisting or through a direct IPO. For geographical presence, right now we have operations in Singapore, where I am now. We also have operations in Malaysia, Labuan, and also in Mauritius. And we have planned to be in India, which we have started as we announced our acquisitions in India. And we also plan to be in UAE and in the USA, also part of our plan. We are in discussions with the various potential partners. For leadership, at the Cgcx level, yours truly, and also Anand Swami is our CTO, and Subbu is our CFO, and Dr. Vin Menon is quite well known. He is a co-founder and strategy advisor. In terms of strategic partners for business development and part of the ecosystem, we have our partners as Archipelago. We have IBH Investment Bank. We also have BCM Guru, our marketing advisory division. R&D and technology is under Block Connectors. Now, these are partners that are also will be partners for other parts of the ecosystem coming together under Majic Wheels. What we are discussing here today is the first major acquisitions and the second and third that we just announced recently. For business line, these are composed of fully insured hybrid crypto exchange platform. We also provide custody service for our clients. who owns the crypto assets. The attractive part of our custody solution is because we are fully insured. It is not just a fixed sum, but every amount on the exchange platform is fully insured. And we are launching the mining operations as well. So for the time being, these are the three major lines of revenue. A little bit more detail, we provide the exchange fully insured seamless token offering. We are primary market, popular crypto trading pairs, hybrid platform, exchange, smart contract with merchants, and OTC desk as well for bulk transactions. At this point in time, majority of our trade are with institutional clients. We also have some retail clients. For custody services, we provide insured digital asset custody services, highly secure military-grade wallet equipment, multi-signature, multi-layer security architecture, tamper-proof disaster recovery, full backup wallets with physical surveillance. For the mining facility, 100 hectares of land lease MOU in Malaysia, with a capital of 576 BTC on peak capacity. It's environmental friendly with solar power plant. And also we provide green premium coin because of the green energy that we use. And the hardware fungible for mining other coins as well. So next. So we have the 4-in-1 crypto exchange, smart contracts, merchant solutions, ICO platform. At the point where the slides was made, average daily volume is 35 million. It has since grown to about 4 times the volume now, about more than 100 million a day. And the fee income is about 0.2 to 0.25% depending on types of clients. Institutional clients has a better discount. We recently launched our own blockchain called iChain, scalable, cost-efficient solution. It's a layer 2 scaling project dedicated to the establishment of fully decentralized infrastructure. They're one of the largest blockchain-based operating systems and offer public blockchain support of high throughput, high scalability, high availability, and for all decentralized applications, the DApps and on the Cgcx iChain ecosystem. As mentioned earlier, we have our own Cgcx token. It is can be used for payment of the transaction fees for trading, for voting fees, for gas fee within iChain ecosystem. About 60,000+ active user, and the value of the Cgcx coin has more than doubled since about half a year ago. The custody solutions that we provide is purpose-built for institutions to safely keep their digital assets within the highest level of security and compliance standards. I'm sure crypto fans, they are aware recently, I think the SEC and some regulators are talking about how the banks can also be safely holding crypto assets. Right? This is some of the latest news in the market. So we are way ahead, providing safe custody for clients. So the banks are just beginning to look at it. We have multi-signature, physical surveillance, military grade. We generate annual gross revenue from asset under management, blend rate about 0.5%, and the AUM will be a mix of BTC, ETH, USDT primarily, and also some other native tokens. and we target to have at least 500 million AUM. Right now, we have at least 50 million, and we have added on recently 45 million IBG tokens, as mentioned earlier. For mining, we are doing it cheaper and cleaner. So the hash rate will be approximately 402,000 image per second, and for less than 1 megawatt hour power usage. So these are planned to be beginning of the 4th Q being tested on the pilot production. So based on the Ethereum price of US $3,050, we project revenue of 11 million annually. And at the peak capacity, we will be able to do the equivalent of 576 BTC per year. In 2020, we achieved a revenue of 5.3 million, breaking even. And in 2021, we are expected to do 22.9 million for revenue. We are glad to announce that for 6 months to June 2021, we already achieved the full year revenue of 2020. And the 3rd Q financials are being finalized. We expect to be able to file the financial on time, and we expect the full year of 2021 to be able to achieve our projection in terms of revenue. And going forward for 2022, we expected to do about 140 million based on the current projections, and based on the same momentum, we should be able to do about 400 plus million in 2023. So these are the breakdown of the numbers: trading fees, custody solutions, crypto mining, and right now the substantial amount of the revenue is still from the trading fees, more than 3/4 for now. But the crypto mining on the year 23, 24 will take over to be the major revenue stream. Okay, this is another way to look at the revenue growth. The slide is not moving. Okay. As some of you would know, Dr. Vin and myself, we have been on a road trip recently. We are looking at new markets in the US. And as we also announced, we have entered India since last year at the initiative. And recently, we took a bigger step by making the acquisitions of Cgcx, one of the largest crypto exchange in India. Okay, so we also recently announced acquisitions of insurance tech, blockchain insurance solutions in the healthcare sector. And currently, we are in discussions with a few other crypto exchange as acquisition targets, both in Singapore and elsewhere. These are some of the news, some of blockchain, UN, Public Foundation, SDG initiative. And recently, we also have been in the Mexico and Latin America. We see opportunities opening up for us. So when the time is right, when things are finalized, we will let the investors know what we are entering into. So this is a summary of what we have been doing recently for our company. And most of these informations are all in the public. And you can join the Discord for Apollo Assets. We are there. And there's a lot of due diligence information on the company and acquisitions. They are all available on the due diligence page. And with that, I'm ready to take any questions that you might have.
Yeah, we're just having a few technical difficulties with Anna. She's trying to log back in.
Sure.
Okay, I'll ask some questions until she gets back here. Let's see. I think she's on.
Sorry about that. Are we back on? I had a huge blow, very loud noise out here, and my power just went off and reset.
Wow.
Yep, we can hear you.
Everything's okay?
I'm glad I'm back on. So yes, let me get to your questions. We do have quite a few questions for you, and they also disappeared. So 1 second. Might need to send those questions again, everyone. David, did you finish Okay, here we go. All right. So we have Lee Christian and Nicholas Boyd says, when you say digital assets exchange, can you break that down in a percentage basis for NFTs and cryptocurrencies? And if you are not involved with NFTs, can you address if you will be?
We are not yet dealing with NFT on our exchange, but that is part of our plan. So right now, the exchange is purely trading on cryptocurrencies pair.
And Maddie Naylor wants to know, the revenues that you're showing are only for Cgcx, correct? Or will there be any other revenues added in the next quarter?
Next quarter as in Q4. Right. Okay. Now, up to this point in time, the revenue we have are all from Cgcx revenue stream. The acquisitions that we announced recently for Bamboo, for Pcex, they are in the process of closing. So before we completely close with the acquisitions, we cannot account for the revenue. So it's very likely that those revenue would be accounted for. Earliest will be Q4. All right. So Q3 will definitely not including them. So I think a lot of people have done research once we announced the acquisition of Pcex in India. They were very quick to search out their revenue stream and so on. So if we are able to close it soon, but now it's already October finishing, so we are left with like 1 or 2 months or 1.5 months before end of the year. If we are lucky, we may get like 1/12 of the revenue to be accounted for, but let's be a little bit conservative. I would say from Q1 2022, definitely we will be able to include the acquisition revenue.
JY Lau asks, will the expansion into UAE and the US be in a similar manner as in India?
It depends on the target that we have. Some of them we are talking to, they may not have the existing network of customers in place. It depends on the nature of the setup. Like for example, in India, these are the group of companies has already had a few hundred separate locations in India with operations going. So they are a hybrid, both storefront as well as virtual on the platform. Whereas for US, if we have the platform set up, a lot of customers can come online virtually. So I don't see that's a big problem, but we are talking to entities that will be coming in to join us, depending on how they want to roll out. But we will look at whatever is appropriate. So right now it's still at a very initial discussion stage.
Charles Gifford wants to know, how much revenue would you expect Cgcx to contribute once the acquisition is closed?
I would say they will contribute and make up to our projected value. Now, when we were doing the business valuation under the acquisitions by Majic Wheel for Cgcx, we had a certain projections which included potential acquisitions target. But since then, those targets has also exploded in their revenue growth. So one way to look at it is say that revenue like Cgcx partially accounted for in our projection because we planned for acquiring them when we did the valuation. On the other hand, they had since grown a lot, so we would expect additional contribution going forward. I hope I don't confuse anyone.
Well, that's why we have a lot of these questions coming up for you. So Kevin Loosecamp asks, will you be able to release revenue projections or guidance through 2024 for all of your acquisitions to date, like you've done for Cgcx in the near future?
That is what we plan to do. Once after we have closed the acquisitions, then we will work with the finance team of our new subsidiary, and then we will work it out for the guidance. Definitely.
Is there another insurance acquisition coming before year end in addition to Bamboo?
After Bamboo, we have announced Pcex. We are talking to potential targets still. We are we always try not to miss any opportunity.
And Eric Trachtenberg wants to know, do you plan to change into a corporate name or change your corporate name?
At this point in time, I think Majic sounds good. We may drop the wheel, but it depends, right? We need the wheel to move around. So we have not had serious thought about that, but we would we keep all the subsidiary brand names because they are all established in their own localities. We'll keep them. But for now, we just stay with Majic for a while. We will let the public know when we are moving in that direction, definitely.
Perfect. Rich Miller wants to know, can you go into more detail about your recent acquisition of Cgcx and how it will financially benefit the company and over what period of time?
Now, Cgcx has at least about 250 franchisees. Some of the franchisees, they join like a member to the group. So that is a very established trading platform in India. Now, as you know, India has more than 1.3 billion people, right? Almost the same as China, 1.4 billion. but they have, in India, they have adopted crypto very well. So we expect a lot of uptick in terms of activities, tradings, and so on. And we do expect them to contribute quite a lot in the future.
Allah Khatum says, you mentioned speaking to partners about launching in the US. Is this ongoing for a while? And when do you expect to have more concrete information on that?
Unfortunately, one or two that we spoke to did not materialize. There are others that we are continuing in the engagement. Yes, as soon as we reach an agreement, we have a letter of intent or MOU, we make that public. So a lot of work goes into that before anything that could be announced. We don't want to mislead the public.
Ed Stotzner wants to know how uplisting through MJWL or an IPO would work.
We have spoken to bankers and security legal counsel. And as it is now, we are under automatic reporting. So once we get our audit in, we should be ready to start work on an IPO. We may not need to rely on an uplisting route, which is pretty common or quite a standard expectations from OTC. You go for uplisting and so on. But I was advised that we can also go directly to IPO. So based on the metrics that we have now, we think we are qualified.
Maddie Naylor wants you to explain a little bit more about the IMAR properties, and does it go with the Cgcx estates?
They are different. They are different. IMAR properties is they are in the Middle East. I mean, in UAE. They are not related. Yeah.
And what exactly is the Cgcx estates?
We sign 100 hectares of land for mining. So some form or another, we need to take care of the facilities, how we want to use that assets as part of the ecosystem. So that becomes like an estate to us.
And this is our last question. Nicholas Boyd wants to know, when do you plan on closing these acquisitions?
As soon as possible. We are working on the closing, actually. Yeah.
All right, David, do you have any closing remarks?
We want to thank all our supporters. They have been so fantastic. We hope that they continue to enjoy the ride with us. We hope that they have a profitable time by being an investors in MJWL. We wish them all the best.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, David. We appreciate your presentation, and we hope that you join us again on our conference in the near future with some updates.
Certainly, we will. We look forward to that. Thank you for having us. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you, David. Thanks for joining from Singapore. All right, everyone, please stay with us. We have a break. We'll be back at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join us at 12:30 and see what is coming up for the rest of our exciting conference today. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back shortly.